All right, welcome to the Peak Politics Podcast, Episode 5. This is being recorded on August 9th, 2020, right around 2 p.m. We're going to be covering the events of the last week. You may notice this is a Sunday, since I told you the date. That is out of character for us. Next week we'll be back to our regular scheduled Saturdays, hopefully, but both me and my co-host, his name is Wyatt, but he doesn't want to talk. Anyway,
sorry.
He was indisposed, as was I, so yesterday was not a good day for us to record. So we're back today. We're going to be discussing last week's events. 10 topics, as per usual, trying to get back to that right around 2-hour mark podcast. We've had some weird couple of weeks, these last 2 or 3 episodes. So we're going to start today with a little bit of light humor here. Wyatt, would you like to give the details on our first topic?
I thought you were going to talk about the meme. Okay, never mind. So the first topic is how the New York Times, the former newspaper, as Andrew likes to call it,
Andrew Klavan likes to call it that.
Well, yeah, okay.
I am another Andrew, but not the Andrew to which you ascribe the quote.
Right, but I just said Andrew, and which could be either you or Andrew Klavan. It's a double entendre,
Except that every time we say Andrew Klavan, we say Andrew Klavan. So it couldn't have been Andrew Klavan because you didn't say Andrew Klavan. You said Andrew, not Andrew Klavan. If you'd meant Andrew Klavan, you would have said Andrew Klavan.
I intentionally said it that way.
But how do you spell Klavan?
Double entendre.
How do you spell Klavan, Wyatt?
C-L-A-V-N. There are no way using Klavan.
I don't trust you.
Why?
No one knows how to spell Klavan. That's suspicious.
Alright,
I'm not letting you in my house again.
Oh my goodness. So back to what we were actually talking about.
Hilary Clinton, which we forgot about because, of course, so did the New York Times.
Yeah, so the New York Times, they did an op-ed where they said that it's been 36 years since a man and woman ran together on a Democratic ticket.
Wouldn't that be nice if it was true?
Oh, man.
What an improvement that would be.
Yeah, because the one 4 years ago was pretty terrible.
Yeah, that was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was. So
it'd have been a lot harder if it wasn't fun watching her fall on her way to her car.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, she made it somewhat enjoyable.
Yeah, that's very true. Now, this is actually one thing that I kind of, like, for once, I actually am okay with Hillary at least talking about this. Because
this time when she talks about her campaign from 4 years ago, she's not blaming women for her loss.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just pointing out a fact.
Yeah, she's actually pointing out a fact, which is
that she's a shit candidate and she lost, but she did run. Yeah,
for sure.
Anyway. Yeah, I think I don't even know who. Personally, I'm not really involved in politics going that far back. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not either.
36 years ago, I don't really know the reference they're making, but since considering 4 years ago, I'm with her was literally the goddamn slogan. You would think. Well, that's your first problem. You were thinking, and the New York Times wasn't. So you're doing more than the New York Times just by dint of thinking.
Yeah.
So don't do that. Don't approach New York Times op-eds with any amount of thought. That's not how you should do that. But yeah, I think for me the interesting thing here is that there's either one of two explanations for this. One, this guy's an idiot. This person writing the op-ed legitimately forgot about Hillary Clinton, which would be, that's kind of funny, it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Or they are trying to retcon Hillary. She doesn't exist, folks.
Yeah.
Which, frankly, as far as history goes, might actually be a good thing. I mean, if there's any sort of rewriting we can do, maybe we can just forget Hillary Clinton was a thing.
Yeah, that would be nice.
But no, because then if you forget your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
That's also
true. Those who don't learn from it are doomed to repeat it. So maybe we need to remember Hillary Clinton so we can never do that again.
Maybe, but to be fair, she's not actually a person. She's a lizard person. So, I mean, do we really think
we've learned our lesson with Mark Zuckerberg. Let's make sure we learn it better. But he's
actually getting better.
Exactly, because he has learned his lesson, as have we. He's a lizard. Right. It's so obvious he's trying to hide it. She's a lizard. Right. It's so obvious she's still not trying to hide it. So we need to learn our lesson that female lizards are just objectively speaking less funny than male lizards. I mean, women aren't funny. Get over it. Mark
Oh, boy.
Zuckerberg, on the other hand, hilarious.
Yeah, kind of.
I was a human once. I mean, I am human. I still am. I really like that. Would be great if that was a joke, but it really didn't seem like it.
No, it did.
So we're fairly certain. Zuckerberg is not a real human being. We're reasonably positive.
Yeah.
But we know for a fact Hilary Clinton's not. She's an interdimensional space demon child molester.
Yep. Yeah, this is true.
And that's been apparent from day one. Who also happens to be a lizard person.
Yes, that's correct. But I actually agree with her here because she actually is correct.
She does exist.
So,
yes.
Yeah. She did exist, and she did have a campaign with Tim Kaine where she lost to Trump.
Got her ass handed to her.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah. Apparently it was a female that wrote it. So what?
Oh, really?
Hillary
It's even
said-
funnier.
Yeah. So Hillary said either Tim Kaine and I had a very vivid shared hallucination 4 years ago, or Maureen had too much pot brownie before writing her column again.
Well, now we have a problem, okay? Because if we believe all women, we have a paradox here.
Yep, this is true. Very accurate.
So I don't know what to do. The fabric of the universe is unraveled.
Yep.
I'm trying to believe all women, as my feminist
everything's,
overlord dipshits have told me, and I just can't do it. One of these hoes is lying.
Yep, one of them are lying for sure. But it's just really funny. Like, how does this get past the editor? Like,
I mean, as far as op-eds go, I know there's a lower bar in terms of what's acceptable to print. But that's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad, especially because it kind of just.
It's bad, okay. It's pretty bad, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. pretty. Yeah, just good job. I just want to clap for him.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, just phenomenal job. But anyways.
I mean, I know we would all like to forget Hilary Clinton, but that doesn't mean you can just go and do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
But hey, if
look at the left, rewrite history again.
Hey man, it's freedom of speech. If they want to cut her out, who are we to stop them?
I know, right? Look at the left though, rewriting history again.
Yep, for sure. Alright. So the next topic. Andrew. Wait, what? Oh yeah. I don't think the microphone really caught that, so you're gonna have to remake it at some point. Yeah, there you go. Alright, Andrew, you wanna talk about the second one?
I do actually, so this is interesting. We've been led to believe, I'd say, for the better part of 4 or 5 months now, that mail-in ballots are the only way to go. All mail-in voting, it's the right thing to do, yada yada yada, no problems with it, totally infallible, it's perfect, nothing's ever gone wrong with mail-in ballots. Which, I mean, from the day one, it was verifiably false. We had plenty of examples.
Oh yeah.
Some of these examples actually cut in favor of Republicans. So it's like, it's not that Republicans are worried Democrats will cheat. It's Republicans are worried that people will cheat. Generally speaking, just anyone that wants to will cheat, because it's not hard to do.
It's really not, especially with mail-in voting.
No, they don't make it difficult, and so.
No, it doesn't.
Well, yeah, remember, we talked about this. They sent a mail-in ballot to a cat. They sent a ballot to a dead cat. So, Democrats going after that dead animal vote, I didn't even know that was a demographic, but
apparently so.
Apparently so.
No.
Apparently you can beat a dead horse for votes.
Yep. Exactly.
That was crazy. But, I mean, that's the thing, though, is anyone that takes a quick glance at this problem realizes in about 30 seconds or less that that's not a viable option. So,
no, it's not.
I would say I would say that, first and foremost, this theory that I'm about to put forward was actually, I heard it on Tim Pool's channel. I just happened to agree with it. So credit where credit is due. The idea is that he put forward, and that I'm going to try and state clearly as possible, but I can't talk today. So basically, they don't want to win. They're fairly convinced they're going to lose, which is that's a safe bet. And they want to delegitimize the election so that once they do lose, they can claim that he cheated. Trump cheated. It's illegitimate, so they can create more division. And in this case, I think it could actually reasonably be a Civil War level divisions, because you have half those countries so thoroughly brainwashed into believing that the Democrats do anything even remotely honest ever for any point in time. And they might actually believe Trump stole the election. They believe that he did it with Russia. So, and that was 3 years of investigation and verifiably not true. So anyway, and a lot of them still believe it, by the way. But that's what I think it is. I think this is an attempt just to sow further division, because it's important when the Democrats say we want to defend democracy that you realize they're lying through their teeth. There's nothing they hate more than government by the people, for the people. They despise that. It's their worst enemy, really. Now, they may approve of a pure majoritarian system, right? Where you're just going to go like straight up democracy all the way. 51% can cram down its crap on the 49%. They may approve of that tacitly. That might be like their preferred form of oppression in terms of their public face on it, you know what I mean? But their actual, I would say, position is more like that of the Communist Party of China. I think they'd rather be single party rule, a dictatorship. I don't actually think they give a crap about democracy.
No, they don't.
Only insofar as I think they can use it to gain more power.
Exactly, yeah.
So, this is the other thing, is if Trump wins another electoral college victory, he gets his majority of electoral votes, but not the popular vote, they're going to push to get rid of the electoral college, completely ignoring that the whole point of the electoral college is to work against democracy. Like, this is the other thing, is you have, like, Marco Rubio wrote a column about, I don't know if it was a column or whatever, he wrote an article about this regarding the mail-in ballot stuff, and he was saying, yada, 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 undermine democracy, yada, yada, yada. But he said in there that, mail-in ballots could undermine our democracy. And this is annoying, because this is something Republicans do as well as Democrats. We're not a democracy. We are created, our Constitution is created specifically to work against democracy. We literally are built on a system that is anti-democratic. That's the goddamn point. We're a republic. Exactly. We're a republic. Representative republic with a democratic mechanism. We use democracy to elect representatives. Representatives then run the government. We're not a democracy. We are a representative republic. Constitutional representative republic. So, every time they claim that Trump's trying to, or anyone's trying to, undermine democracy, I'd be like, well, that wouldn't be a bad thing, since that's what our Constitution's designed to do.
Right.
Is to work against democracy. We don't like that as a system. Pure democracy is just majority rules. And for someone, or for a party that says they want to represent minorities, you should understand the problem with majority rule. You idiots. But they don't. Or they do, and they don't care because they think they're the majority.
Yeah.
And they may be the majority.
Possibly.
But my whole point is that in a pure democracy, you could get 51% of the population together, or you can get 60 or 70% and have them all vote away their right to freedom of speech.
Yeah, which is extremely scary.
Yeah, but it's also not legitimate. Like, you have the right whether you want it or not. Yeah,
absolutely.
So, in a constitutional, representative republic, the Constitution, there are things you're not allowed to mess with.
Yep.
And if it's all just about pure democracy, you can go about changing that. There are ways to change and alter the Constitution. That's amendments. But with just a pure democracy system, it would be so easy to do that. There's no point in even having the document. You might as well just have, a written law and a government structure that's kind of sort of pinned together. It wouldn't really have to be all that official, because, again, majority rules, right? Every time you put a proposition up, you don't need the government to vote on it. You just put a poll on Twitter.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Really, it'd be that simple.
Yeah,
so
really would.
And I think they would love that, because they would just, they would probably win the majority. I think the majority, they'd probably win. But the whole point of the system is to protect the minority against the majority. That's the point of our system. Exactly. So that the individual has rights and they can't be messed with. So, this mail-in ballot stuff is terrifying, because it looks to me like they're going to use this as an issue. So division, that's already problematic, because I think we're pretty close to civil war, or at least a race war as is. And then they're going to try and use, if he wins the electoral college, and not the popular vote. I think even if he wins the popular vote, honestly, they're probably going to push to get rid of the electoral college. Really hard. That'll be a serious thing they go after. And, God, the systematic undermining of every institution that upholds our American way of life is really, really annoying to watch.
Definitely is. So,
that's my 2 cents on the mail-in ballot stuff. I think it's really interesting because I don't actually think they're trying to win with this. Now, obviously, 2 birds with 1 stone, right? If they do win, cool.
Exactly, yeah.
That's even better. But I don't think that's really the main plan here. I don't think they expect to win. Look at the voter enthusiasm.
Especially now.
No one's enthusiastic to vote for Biden,
That's true, yeah.
I don't think they could actually expect a victory.
No, I don't think so. Especially not... Dude, now Trump is starting to close the gap a little bit. Like, he's still down, like, a significant portion, but he's still gaining ground. And there's still time. It's still early. We still have, like, 86 days, right? And we still have 3 debates. 3. Biden is going to fall apart.
Assuming he debates.
I'm sure he's going to. And he and his campaign, they've said that he's going to debate Trump. So, yeah, no. And if he doesn't, then he's done. Because...
No. It's the safest strategy for him. If he debates, he's done.
Yeah, but he and his campaign already said otherwise. So
okay, yeah, but he also said that black people aren't diverse in terms of the way they think. He still hasn't lost a point in the polls for that. So, let's be totally honest. Every person that votes for Biden is a brain-dead sheeple with absolutely no capacity to think for themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't expect it to hurt him at all. So he doesn't debate. Independents may not like it too much, but again, they're not exactly the brightest people either. We talk about independents like they're the most clear-minded people. It's like, no, they're just people that don't vote one way or the other consistently.
Yeah.
So I don't know if independents will care either.
Well, I think people will care. I really do.
We would hope people will care. I would care. I'll be pissed. Donald Trump's base will be animated by it, but that doesn't mean anyone else will. So.
I know. I know. That's not a guarantee, but I think people will. But anyways, so with the mail-in ballots, the reason why we're talking about this again is because it turns out that in the New York City primary, 1 in 5 mail-in ballots were rejected.
Yeah, if you think that won't swing an election, whoo.
Yeah, and you know how many votes that was, Andrew?
At least 6.
No, 84,000 mail-in.
What do you mean? No, that's at least 6.
Oh, well, I just heard 6. Sorry, my bad. 84.
That's definitely at the very least 6.
Okay, calm down. Okay, I misheard you. I'm sorry. Okay. No, but over 84,000 mail-in votes were disqualified, according to the New York Post report. So yeah, this is
brutal.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty egregious. Yeah, so it just continues to show, why this shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, in states that say that it's a good method, right? The Democrat states are like, oh, we love mail-in ballots.
Yep.
They can't do them.
Yeah, they can't.
How do you expect states that don't have a framework for this setup, that don't normally handle large amounts of that?
Yep.
I mean, God, this is ridiculous.
It really is. It's mind-blowing that, yeah, it's just mind-blowing that they're still pushing this. But yeah, and...
What was more mind-blowing, though?
What's up?
When John Wilkes Booth put a bullet through Abraham Lincoln's head.
Damn. Got him.
That was pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, pretty mind-blowing. Good
sorry.
joke.
I apologize for that, my sense of humor.
You don't have to apologize, man. No one's getting canceled here.
I don't have to, but I will.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm sorry that our audience is incapable of handling my absolute perfect humor. Actually, they're probably not. They've been with us for like a solid 6 or 7 videos. They can
5.
probably handle this. Well, no, 5 episodes.
Oh no. Yeah, no. You're right. Yeah, 6 or 7. Yeah.
They can handle. Right. They can handle us, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just like our meme in today's video. So.
Like, if you can handle a dick, then you can handle the 28-inch dragon dildo that is my sense of humor.
Okay. Alrighty then.
And I know why it can take a dick. He can take a dick like a champ, man.
Oh no. No. Stop that. No. Alright, moving on.
Starting to sound like Joe Biden.
Yeah, I know, right?
Moving on, you know the thing? You mean the Joe Biden gaffes?
The thing? So
oh my god, if he strokes out on stage, I honestly won't have it in me not to laugh.
Oh yeah,
like, I know I shouldn't, but I will.
Dude, I know. Dude, I'm gonna be so entertained by these debates. I cannot wait to see the type of shit that Biden says and tries to say at the thing.
And you know the thing, you know, with the minister, you know the thing, the quid pro Cuomo.
Don't you mean quo?
Quid pro quo Biden. Quid pro quo Joe. It's what you did with It's what you did with your son.
Yeah.
Like get raped.
Yep. Oh yeah, dude. I can't wait to see Biden stumble over himself and then Trump just hit him with the train, and just hit him with a well, your dad killed JFK type of line. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I don't understand why Ben. He
won't even have to do that. He'll just be, your son knocks up hookers and does cocaine.
Yeah, there you go. You're right.
Done.
He doesn't even.
What's Biden gonna do? Well, your son runs successful real estate businesses and knows what he's talking about on most issues. Like, what's he gonna say about Trump's son?
Nothing. He'll probably just insult his looks or something, which I don't even know how he can do.
Donald Trump Jr.
actually
is a fucking god.
Yeah, he's pretty great.
I'm sorry, that was too emphatic. Anyway, he
Anyways,
he is an entertaining human being. You know, honestly.
Oh yeah.
That would probably be. I'd almost rather see Donald Trump Jr. debate Biden because he's so brutal.
Yeah, he is. He's like 10 times more brutal than his father.
I mean, do you see him go after like Joy Behar? It's like, well, you wore blackface, and you said that it's not rape.
Yeah.
He's like, you know, man, that'd be great. That'd be so great.
Oh yeah, no.
We need more Don Jr. in our life.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's just a shame because you know, after this, he's gonna be done. Like he already said that if he wins, he's not gonna go for a second term. So like.
Yeah, he says I'm gonna be a transitioning candidate. Mm-hmm. If he wins, we get a communist dystopia. Like.
Yep.
Pretty much immediately.
Yeah. Yep.
Assuming he wins all three branches of government, right?
Yeah.
No, sorry, two, because technically the third one in the Supreme Court he can't really do much with, but.
Yeah, he can't. Not unless, dude. But then I'm sure if Biden was elected, I'm sure that's when Ginsburg would leave. She'd probably be like.
But she's already a left winger. Who cares? You know, it's one left winger for another. But we still have 5 people on the court that are more right leaning.
That's true. I know. But still, you're right.
Unless he assassinates
some of them don't vote like it. Some of them don't vote like it.
Well,
looking at you, Robert.
Kavanaugh and Thomas, or Clarence, or fuck, I don't know. Shit. Anyway, Gingrich, Kavanaugh, Roberts, they're kind of hard to figure out sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But we have 2 that are pretty solid. I would say that Kavanaugh has been really solid, and I'd say that Gingrich has been pretty solid. I think Roberts has been the worst, but.
Oh yeah, but
what do you do about that?
It's to be expected, because you know, Mr. Bush appointee over there. But yeah, no.
Mr. My boss did 9/11 over there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and pick up more on the Biden stuff. We didn't really talk about any of it.
Yeah. And I was that's why I said good transition, because you know whenever you said that, I started sounding like Biden, because that is our next topic, more Biden craziness. So the first one that we're going to talk about is so apparently so last week he said that he was going to announce the VP this week.
Can we get a Biden theme song?
Wait, what happened?
I want a Biden theme song. I know what I want it to be.
Oh, okay.
I want it to be sung to the SpongeBob opening.
There you go.
Who lives in a basement and is not very PC.
Hey, it's Joe Biden.
The VP. We have to rhyme on it. We have to make it rhyme.
I don't know. I can't do that on the spot.
Who lives in his basement and is not very PC. The former Joe Biden, the former VP. All right, we'll work on the SpongeBob opening. But speaking of SpongeBob, I know not to get us off topic here. There's a SpongeBob anime now on YouTube. There's someone doing that.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
It's called a SpongeBob. Go ahead, that's great.
Oh wow,
it's amazing. You should we should watch it later. Give a review.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because SpongeBob memes are like my favorite version of memes. So anything SpongeBob content, I gotta be on it.
Well, the thing is like I've never actually watched SpongeBob show. I've seen the movie, but that's it. Because my parents wouldn't let me watch it. You want to know why?
No, I don't actually. You can just leave now. You bastard.
Look, it's not my fault. They wouldn't let me watch it.
You're an adult now. Why? You can watch SpongeBob if you want.
Well, yeah, now.
That's not right. You're an adult. You can watch SpongeBob now.
Yeah, now, but I'm just saying, like, it's kind of too late at this point. I've already missed the.
No, trust me. You want to be an adult when you watch SpongeBob. It's so much funnier.
Okay, maybe I'll start watching that.
Trust me. Oh my God. Yes. Believe me.
Okay.
You want to be an adult when you watch SpongeBob.
But where? Sorry. Excuse me.
I have no idea.
Okay, so I might have to do it in ways that aren't exactly legal.
Oh, shut your mouth. There's Hulu. We can do Nickelodeon. We'll figure it out, bro. We'll figure it out. We will watch SpongeBob together.
All right, fine. All right, so anyways, back to what we were talking about.
I'm ready. Sorry. The hash-slinging slasher.
Yeah.
I'll stop. No more SpongeBob.
It went right over my head.
Do you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Oh, I know that one. I know that one. I'm aware of that one. All right. So he didn't. We didn't get a VP pick from him this week, even though he said that we were going to get it. And then I think it was yesterday or the day before, Biden was riding a bike, and I guess some journalist from Fox was able to get like a really quick interview, and they asked him if he made his VP pick yet, and he said, "Yeah, I have." And he asks who it was, and he said, "You."
That's cute.
I thought he was actually kind of serious when he said that he had, and then I thought the second part was a joke, but apparently the whole thing was a joke, and he hasn't made up his mind, according to his campaign.
Yeah, so, no, that right there is the line. Apparently the whole thing was a joke in reference to the Joe Biden campaign.
And I'm just like, come on, really? Damn it! Just tell us who it is, okay? So we can criticize them. Well, I should say her, because we already know that it's going to be a woman of color.
See, we already know because we understand now, or we've been told that meritocracy is not how this works. We're not going to pick the most qualified. Nope. If it has a vagina and it's not a white vagina, golden. Golden is exactly what we want. And it's like, okay, but I thought this was a meritocracy. Now, to be fair, Biden got picked as VP, so clearly it's not been that much of a meritocracy. But
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, just go on some of the crap he said. Just run through some of the quotes from this week, which have been awesome.
This week, and then a thing with I say a thing because I guess like a conference or something with the I guess it was with the International Convention and Career Fair for I think Latinos or something like that with Yahoo News, and he said, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community, and
I think I'm 21.
Yeah, that's
yeah, honestly, I just
it's pretty bad. And then he decided to come out and apologize, well, quote unquote apologize, even though the media covered it as, oh no, that's not what he was trying to say. He was trying to say that they're very diverse as far as where they come from, but that's not really the case either, because Africa is extremely diverse, and so that doesn't make any sense. And then Biden later stepped on those who were defending him by saying, yeah, no, that's not what I meant to say. I'm sorry, blah blah blah. And then after he made the apology, he said it again.
I don't remember that.
he straight up just said it again after he made the apology, and it's sort of just like, I don't even think he's the one who actually made the apology. I think one of his guys did it, or gals, one of his staffers or something, I believe, is probably the one who did that, because you wouldn't apologize and then right in the next breath, like later on, just say the same exact thing. Alright, so hold on a second.
Wyatt, I noticed you stopped talking.
Yeah.
Can you explain that to me?
Well, yeah. Well, I had said hold on. So, how do you feel about these comments, Andrew? As far as the unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community. How do you feel about that?
Well, I just received. It's actually good timing. I just received a package. I delivered some goods. Had some goods delivered. Primarily alcohol, which is fantastic because after hearing that, I'm to drink.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, that's like actually racist.
Yeah.
I don't even mean in the sort of like veiled, sort of typical Democrat stuff where it's like wink, wink, they're inferior, right? It's more of the outright. We don't think they're any different.
Yeah.
Like there's no differences. Like one to the other, they're the same thing. They're interchangeable. They're all the same person.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. Pretty freaking bad.
I've seen Trump get raked over the coals for not being racist, but also not decrying racism enough. You know, when he goes, they're very fine people on both sides, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis. Those people should be condemned totally.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, he should have been more clear about that. Like, Biden does this crap.
Yeah.
And no one talks about it. It's like, huh.
Yeah.
How does that work exactly?
Yeah, that's pretty bad. And then, you know, he hit somebody from his campaign, because I'm assuming he's not actually the one who wrote the tweet, but there's a tweet that came out which apologized for it, and then...
Well, he doubled down, though.
Yeah, he did. Because
personally, he doubled down.
The same day, he said the same exact thing. A couple hours later, after someone from his campaign...
In case you thought it was a mistake...
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But he straight up said it again, and it's like... Nice try.
Way to be a cunt, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And I love how, even, like, despite him saying it twice, the apology itself...
But you know what's even funny about this, though?
What?
Again, the grand scheme of things, right?
What's up?
Go back to the debates in the primaries, right? Kamala Harris calls him racist. Everyone on the right's like, come on, it's ridiculous. The dude's not racist. What are you talking about? Here we are a couple months later, and maybe she was onto something.
Maybe she was. Maybe.
Because this is some racist shit. And initially, I didn't think Biden was racist, you know? I mean, he made some comments, obviously playing off the black community's fear of, I don't know, jobs and economic opportunity. I don't know what the problem with Republicans is, but they have one. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was pretty bad. Not as bad as Biden, but that was not a good comment. Anyway.
Yeah.
Case in point, he's made some comments, you know, put y'all back in chains, yada yada yada, crap like that. I'd never really seen any reason to believe that he was legitimately a racist. Like, because Trump's made off-color remarks a number of times. And Nancy Pelosi, I mean, name anyone in public life, they've made off-color remarks. But this is like a really bad pattern here that we're seeing, where he just thinks that they all think alike, they're all exactly the same, and their votes aren't worth trying to get, because obviously they're going to vote one way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's not. This other thing is, if you look at the way he talks, when does he ever talk about helping the black community? For someone who expects to get 90% of their vote, he doesn't talk about it. And I think this is one of the points that Candace Owens brings up regularly. They're not campaigning for our votes; they're just expecting them. Like, they're not offering anything for these communities, and it's ridiculous. You know, it's really it's really quite insane.
Yeah, it really is. However, my favorite thing from all this, as far as what Biden said, like just there, and we're gonna get into what he said. Well, like not too long after that, in the same, I think it was in the same conference, or it might have been later, but it was within like the same 24 hours. But we'll get to that in a second. My favorite part about the whole, the black community thinks alike and everything is the media coverage right after he said it. It was all, no, he's not talking about how they think, he's talking about, like, where they're from. And even that is flawed. That's a really bad argument.
No, he's not. Because, like, even he's not that stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
They all come from the same country in Africa. Like, are you retarded, dude?
Yeah.
What about Jamaica? What about Haiti?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Yep. What the hell? Like, what about the West Indies?
Yeah. And even more than that, in Africa, it's incredibly diverse with how things are in different.
Yeah, dude. Like, depending on the country you go, like, only between 20, sometimes 30, maybe 40% of them have AIDS. Like, it's not the same.
It's not.
Some countries only have 10% AIDS. Some have 80% AIDS.
Okay.
Some still have Ebola. I mean, it's different, man. It's a diverse country. I'm sorry.
But it's
some of them are starving to death. Some of them are dying of drought. I mean, it's diverse, man. Different things going on.
But I don't know. I just thought it was funny, and then to see his campaign come out and apologize was just like hilarious because it's like
his campaign understood it, but he didn't.
Well, it was from his Twitter account.
His campaign understood what was wrong. But he doesn't.
Yeah. No, he doesn't. That's why he said it again. Nah, but I just really think it's funny because the media, they were like, oh no, he meant this, and then bam, freaking Biden comes in and apologizes. And I'm like,
no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Well, yeah, he didn't. But
get wrecked, media.
Apologize. I'm just like,
yeah, the campaign admits it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is okay. This is what he meant. We're sorry.
Yep.
Like, that was pretty fun to watch. I mean, the thing with that whole little saga of events was that this is all, like you said, within not that long after he called that black dude a junkie.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's what I was going to talk about next.
For 5 fucking seconds not be a racist? Like, for 5 seconds, buddy.
Oh, dude, and actually, it looks like it was in the same conference when he did that. So the guy asked him if he would take the cognitive test. Oh,
yeah.
And he said no, he hadn't taken it. So he lied.
Yeah, before he said he had, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he said
he said, well, why would I take it? That's like asking you to take a test to see whether or not you did cocaine.
And then he
said,
are you a junkie? Yeah, and it's just like,
are you kidding me, dude?
Yeah, and this guy is I don't know if he's black or Hispanic. I don't know.
He's black.
Okay.
That's what I've been told, at least.
I mean, I think he is black. But, yeah, he straight up just asked him, are you a junkie? And it's like, bruh. Just bruh. That's all I have to say about that. If I could describe Biden in one word with his recent gaffes, it's bruh. Like, oh my goodness. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh yeah, and then, so, on top of that, in the same paragraph, he said, I am willing to let the public judge my physical as well as my mental illness. He stumbled on it twice.
No, I'm willing to let the public judge my mental and physical illness. Like, he stumbled over all of it. Like, he never got it out clearly at all.
Well, that's not true. He did get it out clearly last time. He did. No, he did.
No, I don't think he did. I think he stumbled in that last little thing too, like in between mental and physical. Like, I mean, I don't think he got any of it out clearly.
Maybe he stumbled a little bit, or maybe he had a gap there, but he still said it correctly. Finally, after messing it up several times. But yeah, I think it's funny how he's like, I'm willing to let the public judge my physical as well as my mental fitness, and he couldn't say it correctly.
We need to get a meme, like a Stanley meme. Someone, what the hell is mental and physical illness? Did I stutter? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
We need to get a meme. We need to make a meme like that. Put it on Twitter. Oh, by the way, if you're not following us on Twitter, you really should. We put memes there, not consistently because we're not exactly consistent people, but they're there. Yeah,
we are, and maybe we'll get better at doing those.
We'll link the Twitter page in the description of this video.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So yeah, no, dude, this is just, I just can't believe that all this transpired within a 24-hour period of all this crazy shit going on.
Honestly, it kind of supports the theory that he's declining rapidly.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely does.
This is going to get worse for him, and as it gets worse, I'd like to see what the voters' reaction is, because I would like to see if the Democrats go, okay, listen, this is way worse than we thought it was going to be. There's no way anyone's voting for him. Swap out to a new candidate, like, immediately. Or if they're going to just ignore it.
I think they're going to ignore it, man. Because when is the Democratic National Convention?
It's a great question. With coronavirus, I really don't know what's going on anymore. I'm not following it very well. So.
Well, I already know that he's not going to actually go there in person to accept it. Mm-hmm. His campaign said that they weren't going to.
Yeah, I heard
that. Date. So, okay, so the Democratic National Convention is going to be from August 17th to August 20th. So he's not even going to go there to accept the nomination. Yeah, there's not a chance in hell they swap somebody out this quick. It's not going to happen.
August 17th is my grandmother's birthday.
Hey.
What a crap present.
Yeah, I know. I know, right? Joe Biden. That's a terrible present.
Yeah, women don't like that.
Yeah, they don't, especially when he sniffs them.
Just when you stick your hand up them.
Yeah.
Hey, what the hell, man? I thought you liked me. No.
No. But yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting, especially, so I think since the DNC is going to be, which is next week, not next week, but the week after, I don't know if we're actually going to get a VP pick until then. Now that he's already said, whenever he's originally said, like, it's going to be next week, and then next week came and went. So I think he's probably going to wait for the convention.
He may wait up to like the week of the election,
bro.
Like, if people know who it is, he's so screwed.
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't think that's going to be the case, because they are still scheduled to have a vice presidential debate. So unless they call that off, that's not going to happen. Which they very well may. They may try to do that, but I don't think that they're going to be able to succeed in calling that stuff off. But yeah. Anyways, that's the updates for Biden. Oh god, I don't know why my voice cracked there. But yeah, no, those are the updates for Biden. Any last thoughts on this, Andrew?
This is gonna be a weekly topic now, because I think we're gonna start seeing more Biden as the election draws closer, and more Biden means more gaffes means more memes means more Joe Biden talk on our podcast. Yep. So,
which is actually like pretty enjoyable.
Honestly, like, I'm thrilled.
Yeah, I'm enjoying laughing at Biden. I don't think I would have enjoyed laughing at Bernie as much, because it's more so depressing than it is anything. So
I mean, to be fair, I would have enjoyed laughing at either of them, but I mean, Biden is the one that I have in front of me here. Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I just think Biden's funnier to laugh at, because he actually has gaffes that are.
Well, because he's declining mentally, which is actually kind of sad. But
it is, but
like, it's kind of unfortunate.
Hey, yeah, it's definitely unfortunate, but hey, the Democrats are the ones who are putting him up, so this is their fault. They should have never let him get that far. They shouldn't have. So, and since he's on that platform, we're gonna criticize him. Because
they should have like caught him up like on day 2 after he announced he's running. She's like, hey, did I remember to announce a run yesterday? He's like, no, he didn't announce anything. You're not running.
Exactly. Yeah.
What are you talking about, man? You said you would hate that idea. You said you never want to be president. And he's like, yeah. I think I could have nipped this in the bud.
Yeah, that's what they should have done. Well, at least for their own good, that's what they should have done. Dude, can you think of how different the primaries would have been if Biden wasn't in there?
It would have been harder to watch.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, they definitely would have been. Dude, I think Bloomberg would have picked up a lot more support than he did if Biden wasn't there.
Possibly, but I mean, people hated him so bad because he kept buying everything.
Yeah, that's true, but I mean, they didn't really have anybody else as far as like quote-unquote moderates to really go for. Like, the only one
that good of a moderate, unfortunately.
I know.
There's really, I mean, really, Tulsi Gabbard was probably the best moderate. Andrew Yang was probably the best, like, progressive.
Yeah. And neither one.
They knocked both those people off.
Yeah, they're both of them, like, they took that L and left, like, pretty early.
Well, and really what they should have done is just run into, like, I think Yang definitely could have run independent And then
Oh, yeah.
Tulsi, I'm not totally sure because she's a member of Congress right now, but that'd have been more interesting, honestly.
Yeah, it would have been.
Anyway.
But yeah, no, those are our thoughts on Biden and everything. This is like Andrew said, this is going to be probably a week-to-week topic because he keeps on making gaffes. So we're gonna criticize those gaffes. We're going to capitalize on that because it at least gives us a little bit of entertainment.
We like watching him mess up.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep talking about it.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna say this one last time. This episode. Truth over facts. All right.
That's not the last time.
Well, yeah, I said in this episode.
It's not the last time.
Okay. All right. Well, way to ruin it. All right. All right. So you want to do the next one? At least the first part.
Jesus, man, the next one's got like 30 links. All right, let's start. Let's dig in. I mean, for me, what I was interested in is Trump has declared we're going to do a halt to the payroll tax, which is awesome because when you take money directly out of my earnings, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, actually morally unjustifiable.
Yep. And it was unconstitutional for a long time.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The whole thing's ridiculous. I mean, it goes to like social welfare programs basically, and it's like, but like,
yeah,
cool. They don't work. So, what are we doing here? And Social Security, it's like, well, that'd be a good idea if you hadn't dipped into it.
Yep.
If all the money was still there, but like, Social Security's not viable either. So it's like, what are we doing here? Huh? Just stealing money from me? That's real cute. I would rather have an austerity tax. Like, we're going to pull directly from my paycheck. I would honestly be okay with like an austerity tax. And there's like, we have to make austerity cuts to the budget until we can pay off our debt, which means we're going to charge you for that so we can help pay off the debt faster.
Yep.
So we're going to get rid of Medicare, and we're going to get rid of all this other crap that we can't afford. You know, Medicare, welfare, food stamps, we can't afford to keep doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're also going to tax you at the exact same rate as previously so we can pay off this debt. Like, that'd be cool. Like, that's one of those areas where it's like, I would actually be totally cool with taxation, even an increase in taxation, because the debt is a real problem.
Yeah, it definitely does.
But yeah, this is just going to be regarding your payroll taxes. I'm fairly certain this is just going to cover standard crap, you know, your Medicaid, your Social Security. At least that's how it looks like it's been proposed. So, expect to see a few more dollars in your paycheck. It'll be nice.
Yeah, and the thing that's really cool about this is it's starting on September 1st through December 31st. So
Yep.
yeah, and it's going to be
just in time for Christmas.
Yeah, just in time for Christmas, which is really nice, and convenient. So, and this is for Americans who make less than $100,000 a year.
That's me.
Yep, and that's me as well.
Yeah, I have to make some big purchases pretty soon here, just for a bunch of crap I have going on in my life, so I will appreciate the cash flow.
Definitely. So, yeah, this is pretty awesome.
But that is not the end of this. This is, of course, the reason we're talking about this in this context is that it's being done by executive order. Because the Democrats have refused to work with him on anything, so he's now using executive fiat to get things done. I don't generally like that, but the policies I agree with. So we're going to pursue the policies. It'd be nice if they worked. It'd be even nicer if Democrats had just been on board.
Yep.
So
and
we'll
they should have been. They should have been. They really should have been. Because
this is some pretty easy stuff here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know how much of this was in the bill, except for the like the student debt stuff, and then the what's it called? The unemployment stuff. I think those were the only two that were going to be in the bill. I might be wrong, but you know, obviously the bill hasn't been made public, so we don't know what's actually in the bill. But the Democrats just refused to move forward with. But I assume that at least those two were in the bill. So, and thanks to Pelosi, that's just continuing to be held up because she wants to make mandatory, or not mandatory, but mail-in voting. Mandatory. She wants to make that mandatory, even if states don't have the framework for it. She wants it to be a thing, along with, I believe, getting extra money from taxes for schools, even though they want the schools to be closed this year. and just a whole bunch of other garbage that she wants to wants to be put in there, and it's not going to happen. So because of her selfishness and wanting to just throw in random shit that she wants to get done, that's the reason why Trump is doing this. Is to, okay, since she's gonna make them drag their feet, fine, I'll do it myself. So yeah, and I definitely think that all 4 of these were good moves. As far as I agree with them as executive orders.
I mean, I want to see them challenge him. Like, you can't do that with executive orders. He's like, well, you can't do DACA with executive orders. Just shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yep.
Gonna complain that he uses Obama-style like tactics to get things done? Like, come on, guys, come on, get real. Get real here.
Yep. And so to be clear, the 4 executive orders that he passed, or not passed, signed yesterday were the payroll tax, and these are not in order. The payroll tax, deferring it until December 31st. The second one was continued student loan payment relief. So basically on that, it's just making it to where people with student loan debts aren't going to have interest accrued for the rest of the year. And then
nice.
And then also they don't have to pay for the rest.
Yeah, which actually is pretty helpful for some of us.
Oh yeah, that's definitely helpful for a lot of people, including my far leftist sibling, who I will not name. It's going to help her out too, even though she despises him.
Yeah, screw her.
Calm down. She's still my sister.
I hope she gets struck by lightning.
Calm down, Andrew. Easy with that.
How are you going to be a real life human being and actually think Democrats are a good thing?
Hey, you
how are you going to exist in America and actually think that that's a viable choice?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but she does. So yeah, but she's going to be getting some student loan relief, which is going to be hilarious. It's like, yeah, so what was that you said about Trump not helping any college students with anything? Oh, there you go. All right.
How is that his job?
It's not.
The other thing I don't understand with the complaint, like even with him doing this, like if you voluntarily take out debt, like how is it anyone's fault but your own?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
I understand you're being lied to. There's a lot of reasons why you ended up going this route. You've been lied to. The loans are ridiculous and guaranteed, and where you're guaranteed to get a loan, even though the college may know, even the government may know you're not capable of paying it off. I mean, yeah, there's some bad choices being made here on the university and the government side. But if you voluntarily take on debt, like, where do you get off complaining?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when a business owner voluntarily takes out like a couple $100,000 in loans to kickstart a business, does he bitch for the next like 10 years while he's paying it off? Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Like, shut the F up. College students.
Yeah, I know, right?
You have to be highly educated to be this stupid.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right. So the next one is the getting rid of evictions and crap. What was the other word? Damn it! But evictions and
foreclosures,
and stuff like that. Huh?
Foreclosures?
Yeah, foreclosures. Yeah. Thank you. That was the other word. Yeah. I always forget the word foreclosures word. So that being, yeah, no, we're stopping it. I'm like, this is awesome, especially for me, because I'm a little concerned with what my income is going to be this month. Because, yeah, as I said on the previous episode, I recently transitioned out of the military, Air Force, and I didn't have a job, so I do now. And I'm going to be starting on Tuesday, but I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get before the end of the month. So we're going to see what happens, and this is going to be a real big help to me, for sure. All right. So, and then the final one is doing more for unemployment. So adding more assistance to unemployment, which is I think that it's a pretty decent thing because he decreased it to 400, an extra 400, and that's actually 300 plus 100 if the state chooses to add 100. So yeah, and I think that that's fine. I'm glad that it's at least lowered, and yeah, I think that it's a pretty decent idea because on unemployment, I wasn't even making close to what I was making in the Air Force, not even close, and I wasn't going to be able to pay any of my bills. So, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get a check with the extra 400. But you know, it is what it is. It's going to help out some people. So I think it's a fairly decent idea.
No, it sucks. It's actually bad.
Okay.
No, I have to pay for this later with inflation. Like, this government spending is annoying. Like, okay, payroll tax, taxes is not, like, this is the difference. Like, cutting taxes, it's totally fine, because that's the government not taking my money. But handing out money is not the same thing. You're going to you're going to lower the value of the dollar when you print more to pay for all this bullshit you're doing, and then I have to pay for it with inflation.
Yeah, that's true.
So these tax cuts are real goddamn cute. When a loaf of bread costs $12, like next year.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
So I don't know. Government spending bad.
Yeah, that's fair, but at least he decreased it because it was Nancy was pushing for it to still be 600. So
yeah, well, Nancy's a cunt. But that's par for the course. True. Trump, I wish he'd understand the economics of this a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree, but you know, it is what it is.
Stop incentivizing bad behavior. Like if he wants the economy to recover, then he needs to give people a real sense of urgency when it comes to getting back to their work.
But you do realize that it's not as easy as we hope.
Well, we're looking at a V-shaped recovery if you see the jobs growth. I mean, I don't see any reason why if you didn't just remove some government policy, why people wouldn't just go back to work.
I know.
And remove the incentive to stay home, obviously. You have to do those two things. But
yeah, but you also have to keep in mind that some people, they're not even with the $600, they weren't even making close to what they were making when they were working. So it's not just that some people are going to be being paid more. There are a lot of people who aren't going to be paid not even near what they were paid before.
Yeah, but those people have an incentive to go back to work, so they're fine.
Oh yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
So I was fine, even though I wasn't going to be able to pay my bills.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't have been fine.
Yes.
I would have been kicked out of my house, bro.
Yes. And what did you do, Wyatt? What exactly did you freaking do when you were confronted with that?
After applying for over 50 jobs. Look at
that! Months. You put in a little effort and you got a job? Yeah, that's what I'm asking for.
I know, but dude, it took 2 months. It took 2 months of me applying for job after job after job after job. What was I gonna do if those 2 months were after I was already out?
Yeah, but that's not the case though.
I know.
You prepared ahead of time.
Maybe.
Which a lot of Americans are capable of doing. Why is this I'm capable? This is like a very, very Democrat of you, Wyatt. I'm capable of succeeding, but those poor people over there, they need my help. Like, no, dude, if you can do it, they can do it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I got lucky. Because I got
Okay, wait a second. Either it's hard work. Shut up. Either it's hard work or it's luck. Pick one.
It's not just hard work.
No, it's one or the other. Pick one.
No, it can be both. Because let me explain.
No, if you worked hard, then if you didn't, it's not luck.
Andrew, hold on.
It's not luck if you were actively attempting to get a job. It's a natural consequence of your actions. That isn't luck.
Andrew, hold on. This was the only job after those 50 jobs that I applied for that I even got an interview for.
Yeah, exactly.
50 jobs.
Motherfucker, are you stupid? Have you tried applying for jobs in the last 10 years? Let me tell you, that's exactly how it goes, man. That's exactly how it's gone for the last 10 goddamn years, probably 20 years. Because the internet's a thing, dude, and they get probably millions of applications on like a daily basis for God knows how many websites, okay? I'm fairly certain that's how it goes. That's how it went for me. That's how it went for everyone else I know who had to get a job right out of high school. Okay, you do this. You sit and apply to a couple hundred different places in your area, and you hope 2 of them get back to you. That's not luck.
It was luck, and then
that is not luck.
Okay, really. I don't see how that's not luck.
You applied for a job and you got a response. How in the actual F is that lucky?
So, okay, well,
it's
let me
a
explain
natural
this. You know
consequence of taking good actions.
Hold on. You know how I found out about the job? Because they told me about it. They reached out to me at first. I was lucky enough.
Through what?
Indeed.
Yeah, exactly. You're on a job searching platform. Oh my god. Surprise.
Which is required when you apply for unemployment. You have to be on those things.
Exactly. Are you seeing how this is not a luck thing? This is a, look at this. X number of rules. Yeah. Actions you took, predictable result. I'm not seeing the magic. You didn't win the lottery here, dude. I mean, you got a job. Like, it's a very standard procedure.
Okay. Anyways, I don't think that this is really that big of a deal because it really it extends it, I think, until the end of the year.
I mean, you will think it's a big deal when a couple of years from now your wages don't go up and inflation does, and then you can't pay your bills. And it's not a matter of finding another job. I mean, you literally aren't capable of doing it.
Here's the thing, Andrew. With the job I'm working now, I get commission. I don't get wages. I get commission.
That's not the job you want to stay in, though. The job you're doing now is not the job you want to stay in. You're trying to get into programming. So when you get your proper 9-to-5 job that you're looking for, and your wages don't change, but your inflation goes way the hell up.
Okay.
And all of a sudden your food cost is through the roof, and you can't pay your bills. And it's not about getting another job. It doesn't matter where you go, you're going to get paid the same rate, more or less. Then you're screwed. I mean, inflation will screw you so much harder than unemployment. Unemployment's a fixable situation. Inflation's not.
Okay. Yeah. No. I understand that, but dude, it was going to. I don't understand because the bill is going to be passed. Well, maybe not now. But it was going to be passed at some point, so it was going to happen.
Yeah, I'm criticizing the bill. I'm not criticizing how it happened. I don't care if it was done by executive order or if it was passed through Congress.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Bad policy is bad policy.
Okay. I guess.
And this is true of the budgets, too. He blew out the budget before all this coronavirus stuff happened, so I'm expecting inflation regardless, which totally negates his tax cuts, by the way. So I wasn't happy with his economic policy to begin with. Like deregulation and stuff like that, that's good. Like just sort of, unleashing the power of the American economy, having more confidence from business owners, that's all good. But the spending is a problem. That's my main complaint, is government spending. It's a serious problem. So, and here's the thing, it's really cute that everyone gets to pay their bills right now, but in 10 years from now, when we go through a Great Depression, and we have to cut all social spending, all social welfare spending, and all those people basically go homeless for a couple years while they try and get their shit sorted out, you're going to have about probably 5 or 6 years where people are in absolute misery. But it's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's when. It's required. I mean, we're screwing ourselves. So at this point, rip the Band-Aid off, get it done right now when there's some forgiveness. During coronavirus, there is some amount of, okay, well maybe this month you can't make rent, so we'll just, defer it for a month, right? You're not being evicted from apartments and whatnot. I mean, there's some amount of understanding right now. So rip the Band-Aid off now. But what are they going to do? They're going to increase the size of the bubble so when it pops, we get screwed even worse.
Right. Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
I mean, we're going to suffer immensely more later than we are now. That's my point.
Right.
Like, this is one of those delayed gratification things. Do you want to be happy right now and suffer immensely? It's like Homer Simpson drinking, what is it, like a bottle of bleach, whatever he drank? And he goes, that's a problem for future Homer. Dude. Like, that's what we're doing. We're drinking a bottle of bleach and going, well, that's a problem for future America.
Right.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
So, no, bad policy is bad policy. I'm going to have to deal with that. We're early 20s. We're going to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
This next 40-something years we have to try and save for retirement, it's going to be hell. Like, this is going to suck.
Right.
So, which is why you should buy gold.
Yep.
And Bitcoin. We should be sponsored by, like a gold service. We should get a gold service.
Yeah, we should try.
So I would promote the shit out of that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know that's who does for Day the Wire, so maybe we can reach out.
Well, I prefer Acre Gold because the thing with Birch Gold, I don't really know much about how their services work, but Acre Gold's like an actual gold subscription service, so you get the actual physical gold.
Oh, that's cool.
I think Birch Gold's an investment service, right?
Yeah.
So you invest in precious metals, but whereas Acre Gold is you actually get the gold, which is a way better way to do it.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
So hey, I like Birch Gold. They're cool. I'm sure it's a great service. I'd rather have the actual physical gold.
That's fair. Yeah.
because here's the funny thing is, like, the other thing is the little acre golds, they come in like little 2.5 grams, so they're basically coins. So like when the apocalypse hit, I'll basically have currency.
Right. Yeah.
I'm so prepped, man.
There you go. I'm as prepped as Jimmy though.
I mean, okay, wait. You say that, but what is Jimmy doing to prep?
He's getting a lot of survival stuff, food, drinks, knives, daggers, obviously guns, stuff like that.
That's cute.
Yeah, he has a pretty damn good supply of stuff. Obviously, like camping type stuff, mats to sleep on, sleeping bag.
Yeah, he's prepping for an apocalypse, not a depression. I'm prepping for an economic depression.
Oh yeah.
He's prepping for the wrong event. Sorry.
Well, that event is going to happen.
Yes, but not guaranteed during our lifetime.
That's also true. Yes.
Whereas this economic event is a guarantee.
Right. Yeah, I know. But
so,
the thing is,
tell him to prep for economic down. And audience, if you're listening, and some of you must be, I assume, prep for economic downturn. Expect it. Depend on it. Love it.
Well, I don't know about that last one.
Love it, learn it, live it, marry it, have sex with it. Really get used to it, man.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
If you thought the Great Depression was fun, we'll get ready for round 2.
Yeah.
Government spending's back with a vengeance.
Oh boy. Alrighty. So
I think we've covered Trump in a little. Yeah, enough.
Yeah. We definitely have.
I want to play some video games.
Yeah.
All right, let's try and squeak out another hour of content real quick. We're halfway through the topics, so that's convenient.
Yeah.
These next 3 though are pretty short, so let's go ahead and cover them real quick. We have a new shooting. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
In DC. Doesn't appear to be your standard mass shooting though. It looks like, and I linked a Fox article to it, but as far as I can tell, there was a couple shooters, and it was at a block party. We have 1 confirmed dead, 1 critical condition, and 20 injured. Or maybe it's like 19 injured. I don't know.
Yeah.
Total of 21 people. 21 casualties, So, that's fun. That's great.
Yeah.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, that is what happened today.
Yeah. Oh, and one of those, the one who's in critical condition, is a police officer.
Yes. She was off duty at the time, and she is currently in critical condition. So,
and
prayers if you have any to offer.
Yep, absolutely. And the one who was killed was a teenager.
Yeah, this is great. This is how I want my country to look like.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on to slightly, massively more positive news. TikTok ban.
Yep.
We're actually getting it. So, if I'm understanding the situation correctly, we got about 45 days for them to sell to a U.S. company, and if they don't, they're banned.
Yeah.
We'll see how that actually goes into effect. I'm kind of curious about how that's going to be implemented, but nonetheless, it should be pretty interesting.
Order, I'm sure.
Well, I just want to know what the actual how you're going to enforce that. I want to know what the procedure looks like for that. But anyway, it's interesting. We have a Business Insider article linked to it if you want to go get the bullet points. It's worth the read. So those are interesting topics, but I think we need to move on to what was probably the biggest event of the week, really, which would be the explosion in Lebanon. Fairly massive one, you may have heard. So this explosion occurred, when was this? Sometime mid last week? Early last week, whatever it was.
Yeah.
We're being told it's an accident by the Lebanese government. But there's some protesters saying that it's actually a Hezbollah who had weapons stored in the port. Now, Hezbollah leaders claim that they didn't have weapons stored in the port. But first of all, I don't trust governments, so I don't know if the whole accident story is legit. And I also don't trust Hezbollah, so...
Yeah.
I do like saying Hezbollah. That is nice.
That is fun. So I guess it was August 4th.
I mean, okay. So yeah, we're talking about it last week.
Yep.
And it's a fairly considerable explosion, obviously, which is what got the international attention that it did. I think hundreds dead. Thousands and thousands injured. Apparently you could hear the explosion like 25 miles away. Sorry, 125 miles away, I think it was. Across the Mediterranean Sea. And it's knocking out the windows at airports 5 miles away, so that's interesting. I mean, fairly concussive blast, you know.
Yeah.
Almost as loud as your average AR-15, but that was a joke. You can laugh.
Yep, very much. So it looks like 137 people were killed.
And counting. I think they're still sorting through a lot of it, so we'll see. We'll see what the final number is probably here in the next couple weeks. But interesting theories on that. You know, if it was Hezbollah storing a weapon incorrectly, that's just another accidental explosion. So terrorist organizations aren't exactly well run.
Yeah.
And then you have the other issue where, well, what if it wasn't an accident? What if it wasn't, ammonium nitrate stored by the government? Well, then it was a bomb. I've heard some people theorizing suitcase nuke, which would that'd be interesting, to say the least. I would say the only thing that, for me, the conspiracies don't really hold water. It's just that I don't understand what the real intent here would be, except for as like a warning.
Right.
Like, look what we can do. But as a warning, you killed like 137 people. Like,
yeah.
No, this seems more like just an honest to God accident. I just don't know what the cause of it really was.
Right. Yeah.
That, or it was an attack by a foreign government or a foreign entity on Lebanon, and they've decided to keep their mouths shut because they don't want a second one. I mean, I don't know. It could be anything, right?
Yep.
But I think for now, the official story that it's an accident is probably true. But regardless of whether it's true or not, the protesters don't believe it.
Yeah,
they don't trust their government, and why would they? Why would
Yeah.
we store ammonium nitrate in that large a quantity for 6 years in a warehouse? Dude, sell it or dump it somewhere that's safe. Like, why would you? God dang, guys. Like, I mean, that sounds like typical government bullshit, but I mean, that's like...
Yeah.
I don't know, that's just really bad. So, there's some pretty serious protests going on in Beirut now as a result of this. They're not happy. They're not happy this happened, and I don't blame them. But one of the things they're doing is burning the leader of Hezbollah in effigy. So a lot of them are a certain subsection of these protesters, as mostly peaceful, as the media might call them, seems to think Hezbollah is responsible. I'd like to know why they think that. I don't know what information they have that we don't, but anyway, Hezbollah is obviously denying this, which is interesting for a terrorist organization to deny an explosion.
Yeah, that's pretty odd.
So I assume that maybe they legitimately didn't do this.
Maybe.
Because what would the political motive be? Like, docs are against Allah or something? Like, I mean, you can't have ports anymore? what would be the point of the terrorism,
Yeah.
Did someone spray paint Allah as gay on the warehouses?
That's probably what happened. So, yeah, in addition to that, they also symbolically put a whole bunch of their leaders on nooses. Like, put, cardboard type cutouts of them on nooses. So, now, I'm looking at the Democrats and I'm saying, hey, aren't you gonna call them racist for using nooses?
They can't.
Yeah, that's right, they can't.
Remember, brown people can't be racist, what?
Yeah, apparently not.
Anyway, that about wraps that up. So if you'd like to see, we have two articles on that. One on the explosion, one on the protest, or two actually on the protest. Protests actually fairly interesting. I'd like to see where that goes. Like, what actually are they hinting at? What more information is going to get released? We'll see. Probably a couple months from now, I'm sure we'll have a lot more facts. But
for sure,
in the short term, I don't see any more information coming out. So
yeah, probably not.
All right, well, let's leave this next one up to you. I thought this one was hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, this is great. So, Democratic New York City councilman says hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine.
Hydroxychloroquine. You're right. Sorry. He said that it saved his life, and then he thinks.
You've been drinking that fish tank cleaner again, Wyatt?
Yeah, I kind of have.
He's starting like Joe Biden now.
Yeah. And then he thanked Trump for advocating for the drug. So, obviously this is good news. Hydroxychloroquine was able to help another person. That's awesome. That's good to hear. And it's just sort of flying in the face of all those early reports of people saying, "Oh, no, don't drink it. Or don't take it. It's bad. It's gonna kill you." Blah blah blah. Based off of a study where they didn't at all take into account dosage
or they intentionally didn't use the right dosage to try. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but it's like not a good study. One bad study, and we have to hear how it's like the worst drug in the world. Trump trying to kill the old people. It's like, okay, so it's just kind of funny.
Oh yeah, it's pretty funny.
There was a story like this too. Like initially, when he started recommending it, like a couple weeks afterwards, had like one Democratic senator from one Democratic like state representative from I can't remember where. Same thing. Said, hey, yeah, it works.
Yeah,
so
and
it was ridiculous.
Doctors as well. And then then a couple weeks ago, I think we talked about it, where CNN had to come out and be like, yeah, it looks like hydrochloroquine is actually working. And then of course they didn't talk about Trump at all because they couldn't bring themselves to say that he was right about it. So yeah, it's just kind of funny to see more evidence to support this. It's just good stuff.
The best stuff. That's not what I say. That's what everyone tells me. It's the best stuff.
Yep, that's what people tell me. Okay, they say this is the best stuff. Okay. So yeah, let's see. All right. So, you want to talk about the last thing?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, this for me has been interesting because this is an update on the McCloskeys, the St. Louis couple that were saving private property. That's gotta be meme of the year, man.
Oh yeah, it really is.
But yeah, they were defending their home with guns because that's what America do, and they were arrested for it. Not arrested, they were charged for it. Had their guns confiscated. Well, one of the interesting developments in this case is that apparently the cops are refusing to play along with the prosecutors, basically falsifying of evidence.
Yeah.
So when they confiscated the handgun from them, it didn't work. Didn't fire. Wasn't capable of firing. And the reason for that is because the firing pin had been purposely put in the gun backwards. The gun was meant to be a prop. So, and they knew that. They knew that gun was not functional. So this idea, brandishing a deadly weapon or whatever stupid crap they're trying to say, or assault with a deadly weapon if you're going to try and make that claim, whatever crap you're going to make with anything to do with deadly weapon or lethal force, no. Not on her part, at least, because she knew that gun wasn't functional. Probably wasn't even loaded. So, but apparently what they did is they had the gun disassembled and reassembled so that it would fire, and they were going to submit that into evidence. A functioning gun. And they asked the police to re-examine the evidence, and they said no, we're not doing no.
That's a good call.
So they grew a spine finally and said, nope, we're not going to violate their rights that bad. Like we're not so hell bent on screwing America out of everything it's worked so hard to earn that we're going to actually go along with this. Like maybe we took the guns in the first place just to prove how much of a communist dystopia St. Louis is, but this is a step too far. So they finally grew a spine. That's just interesting. I think the way that went was pretty fascinating because there was never any legitimate claim here by the prosecutor. I don't think they were going to go anywhere. But now you've opened yourself up to criminal investigation because you have attempted to falsify evidence.
Yeah.
So, have fun with that. Have fun getting indicted, you jackass.
Yep.
Nice. Nice.
Very nice.
Anyway, I thought it was hilarious. Part of it's terrifying because the lengths this guy was willing to go to not even make a case. Because even if the gun was functional, you still don't have a case.
Yeah.
So just the lengths he was willing to go just to basically lose in the end, but to try and prove that they're monsters or something in the process. I don't know. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous, utter horseshit.
Yeah, it really is.
And not only is it ridiculous, utter horseshit, now you get to go to jail because you screwed it up that bad.
Yeah.
So I for one think it's a good development. I think honestly at this point you could probably get the whole case thrown out. Like you wouldn't have to even to. First of all, if it goes to trial, immediately you're good. You're gold. You're not going. There's no way you're losing that trial. But now it's like, well, I'm not even going to bring this before a judge at all because they tried to tamper with evidence. So on a procedural issue, just get the whole freaking charge dismissed. Everything. Get it all gone. Fruit of the poisonous tree much? Anyway, annoying to say the least.
Very.
But also
very.
somewhat positive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up. I think we've actually hit all the topips rather nicely.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, that's going to cut our episode a little short today. We're sitting at about an hour and 20. But if you want to do any closing remarks, try and get this to an hour 30.
Yeah. So I want to at least mention the polls a little bit. So some new polls came out on Wednesday from the Hill/Harris X, Rasmussen, and then Economist/YouGov. And the first two, so the Hill/Harris X and Rasmussen, Biden was only up by 3.
Yeah,
so
he's closing. Trump is closing the gap. That's really interesting to see because Biden has such a low enthusiasm amongst his voters, and so I would be interested to see as this narrows and as he picks a VP, if we don't see Trump gain massively and just totally flip this on its head.
Yeah, and it's definitely possible. And,
no doubt. Biden's not an attractive candidate for anyone.
No,
and his VP is going to be even worse. Like he's basically told us as much.
Yeah, exactly. So So the one from the Hill/Harris X was Biden 43, Trump 40. The one from Rasmussen was Biden 48, Trump 45. And then the Economist/YouGov was Biden 49, Trump 40. And then also there was one on July 31st from Emerson where Biden was only up by 4, and it was Biden 50, Trump 46. And that is extremely close.
That's close.
That's within striking distance. So yeah, it's on, man. It's on. I'm feeling a lot better.
The debates. The thing is, every time Biden talks, his numbers go down, right? Effectively. Yep. So, if he does engage in debates, it would be the worst thing he could do.
Oh yeah.
It will sink his campaign. I don't think there's hardly any doubt of that.
For sure. And right now, it looks like that is going to happen. Sorry, I hit my mic. Right now, it does look like that's going to happen. Now.
Oh yeah, expected.
Maybe they'll try to throw a curveball. When we get closer, but we're only a month and some change away from when the first debate is supposed to be, I believe, because I think it's supposed to be in September, I think.
Yeah.
So, they don't have a lot of time to be able to to change that.
No, I think they painted themselves into a corner of Biden, and it'll be funny to watch them try and claw their way out of it.
Yeah. Okay, so
I don't expect them to
be on the 29th of September.
Yeah, and I don't expect them to be all pro-debate or anything. I think they're going to try and do something to hinder the debates, if not just outright not allow them to be held. But, dude, with the way Biden's been conducting interviews over, what is it, Skype or whatnot, or whatever service he's using, it's like you can obviously get the dude in front of a camera and have him talk. Like, he's not incapable. Like, he gaffes all the time, but
yeah.
We've already proven if he wants to debate, I don't think there's any reason why he couldn't.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. He just...
So, yeah, he's doing all these interviews and appearances. He's perfectly capable. So, maybe you won't get a live audience, boo-hoo, but, dude, I think we're getting debates.
Yeah. Yep. 100%. So, yeah. I think we're still going to get them. And when that happens, I think we're actually going to see Trump take the lead.
Oh, he's going to kick ass.
Yeah.
Because as awkward as Trump is, Biden is supreme when it comes to making errors in his speech. No one outdoes Biden.
Yep.
So, especially now. And so I just don't think there's any way that he could possibly get a better standing in the polls than he has now.
Yeah, definitely.
I see this as an absolute loss.
Oh yeah, it definitely will be.
Anyway, I think that wraps up our episode.
Wait, hold on. I did want to mention one thing.
Please do.
Are you ready for Crowder to come back tomorrow? Because I sure as hell am.
Maybe.
I've been thinking this shit. It's been a month. I needed this shit in my life. I needed the jokes to make me feel better.
Crowder does make me feel better, yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be nice, and we won't have to wait, or we won't have to have another break from it for like 4 months, because I think they do take a little bit of a break over Christmas, but whenever that happens, of course it's Christmas, so fine. And it's not even that long of a break compared to this. This was one of the hardest months of politics for me because Crowder wasn't there to be a crutch.
That didn't bother me any. I like Crowder's content, but I'm there for the comedy, not for the politics.
Right. Yeah.
It just helps that he's not like openly like anti-Trump. You know, I mean, it helps with the comedy factor that he's not such a rabid, like socialist jackass.
Well, yeah.
That is primarily why I appreciate Crowder. Now he's obviously conservative, but that doesn't really, you know what I mean. For me, it's just like, God, it's nice to have a late night where I'm not getting constantly told I'm a bigot for voting one way or the other. You know what I mean? That's just nice.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. But yeah, no, I'm just really excited because I really like his jokes, and I actually really do like whenever I do like his more political stuff. I agree with him
I like
more
all
than
this stuff.
Yeah, same here. All of this stuff. But like I really did miss him from the political sphere because I really like the way he goes at things, more so than really, you know, like the Daily Wire crew or you know, Temple, Bungino. Like I don't know what it is about Crowder, man. And then obviously the rest of the
He's funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, but the way that he goes about everything else, like aside from the jokes, I just like it. So yeah, I'm just really excited for it to come back. Yeah. Yeah. Do we have anything else? Any last?
No, just make closing statements, man.
All right. So I want to. Andrew and I would love to. Not love. We want to thank.
Bastard.
I know. We want to thank y'all for making us this far. If you have, make sure to leave a like and comment, and also subscribe. Yep. Subscribe.
But for a comment, we'd appreciate that deeply.
Yes, we definitely would like to comment, a comment, give us feedback.
If you don't comment, it's because you're a communist.
Yep, exactly. There you go.
That's how be a communist.
Don't be a communist, okay? It's really easy.
Be a Nazi. They're avowedly anti-communist. It's way better.
Oof. No. But anyways, yeah.
Be like Ben.
Oh man. All right. So
we're getting so much hate mail for that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, that's actually been my least. That's been the most underwhelming aspect of this. Is I've gotten no hate mail.
Yeah.
I want hate mail.
Yeah.
I did this because I wanted hate mail.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get it once we gain more.
God, I hope
we'll get it. I'm sure.
God, I hope.
Oh man, that's gonna be great. But we just have to remember that we're. I don't know how you feel about punching down, but you know.
I'll punch any which way I possibly can if I can hit a baby.
Gotcha. Okay. Got it.
Or puppies. Yeah, no. I love punching dogs.
Oh god.
Don't forget, we're the evil Nazi, fascist, racist, disgusting peoples.
Oof.
Orange man bad.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, no, once again, thank you everybody. Please leave a comment, please leave a like, subscribe, and we will see you next week. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. And yeah, we'll see y'all soon. Goodbye.